Yes. So you see the title of this video, being vulnerable as a man or vulnerability in men, whatever it may be, something along the lines of that. And the realest thing is, yeah, like the older I grow, the more I realize that nobody is coming to save me. You know what I'm saying to you? I have to allow myself to be vulnerable. Show my my flaws, my errors, and what I perceive to be flaws and errors. Otherwise, I'm not going to learn anything. And I'm telling you that speaking out as a man and you're like, okay, I don't know this, I don't know how to do this, that, the other thing, is challenging. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, you'd rather just try to figure it out. But I'm telling you now, for many, many years, I was just going around in circles stuck because I wasn't speaking out. But once I began to like even attempt to do things that I didn't know how to do, then things began to change. But I'm telling you the truth. Like, there are things that are going to happen where like you are going to end up in a few girls group chats like because you've done something and there's a bit whoop, you get what I'm saying to you, or you failed in like certain area of business or da. Things are going to happen where it hurts your pride and it's going to sting, but you need to go through that. The more you get used to handling rejection and dealing with being in situations that are uncomfortable for you, the better things will be for you. You get what I'm saying? And that's long term, real talk, yeah? And bruv, I'm not gonna lie, I wanna get deeper into this, so let's do it. What's going on? My name is Christopher Daniels and I help people to overcome self-sabotage and live a purpose-driven life. And that's both through mindset coaching and content creation. If you like this video, well, even before that, like, I just wanna say, welcome to anybody that's new here, yeah? Welcome to anybody that's new here and welcome to anybody that's been here before. Let's get straight into it, yeah? Being vulnerable as a man, vulnerability in men. You feel me? And I feel like it's something that's essential, is needed. You get what I'm saying to you? Being vulnerable. When I'm talking about vulnerability, I mean opening up. Opening up and being willing to learn what you don't know. You feel what I'm saying to you? Because the first step here, for me, that changed everything, is admitting that I don't know. Once you admit that you don't know, then you allow yourself to learn. And as men, there's so many things that we're expected to already know. You feel me? So it's hard to admit to yourself that you don't know that, because it's kind of like you feel a sense of shame. Like, how can I not know this at my age? But the truth is, yeah, if you didn't learn, yeah, you won't know. You feel what I'm saying to you? You probably learn how to play football. You probably learn how to ride a bike. You learn all of these things were taught to you. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, you learn how to add 2 and 2 together. It was taught to you. But certain things you weren't taught. So it's okay that you don't know. But what you are responsible for now is switching that. Yeah? And for me personally, like, the biggest challenge, I would say, I'll say number one challenge is women, yeah? Number one challenge has been women, if I'm being totally honest, has been women, because I feel like as a man, if you can't deal or move around within that area, like you're successful with dating, you're successful with just engaging with women in general, and you know what you're doing in that field, like, if you don't know what you're doing, it can be very challenging and it makes you feel like less of a man, you get what I'm saying to you? So for me, that's been one of my biggest areas where I'm like, this is difficult, it's challenging. But what I've realized, the more that I've leaned into it more, and I've actually tried to learn things that I didn't know, I've started ending up I know that I've been in girls' group chats for making mistakes, making errors. But you know what? First and foremost, I was so scared of doing something wrong because I'll end up in a group chat, like, they'll be talking about me. Like, that's my pride, that's my dignity. You know what I'm saying to you? By the end of the day, it is where it is. Like, I have to do that. I have to end up if I'm not ending up in a few group chats, then I'm not doing it. I'm not doing what I need to be doing because I don't know. And if you don't know, like, you're going to be laughed at, you're going to be whatever, shame, this, that, the other thing, but that's not what's important. What's important is you getting from a place where you don't know to where you do know. You get what I'm saying to you? From where you don't know to what you do know. Whatever happens in between that, as long as you're not doing anything wild, anything crazy, that's okay. You feel what I'm saying to you? And the realest thing is that I've been like, from the dating side of things to like everything, intimacy, like all of these things, there's so many errors that I've made. And first and foremost, it was like, why is all of these things going wrong? And I started blaming the outside, like, you feel me? Like, it must be this, it must be that. But the second I said, you know what, it's something that I'm doing. And then I started seeing the same things happening multiple times. And the reason why is because I allowed myself to be vulnerable. I admitted that I am making these errors, but it's cool. I'm fine with making these errors. I'm just gonna keep going into more situations where I can do these things and see like where my flaws are. You get what I'm saying to you? And once you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you allow yourself to go into more spaces. And once you go into more spaces, you can learn more. But one thing that I do, yeah, I don't just keep going in there, just doing the same thing. I'll go in there, bruv. Talk to some guys that know what they're doing, yeah? I don't know, like, whether you want to get a coach or this or that, I can't say that I got a coach for that. But at the end of the day, I do talk to guys that I know what they're doing. You feel what I'm saying? I speak to guys like, yo, like, I've been in this situation and da-da-da-da. And they're like, bro, that means that this happens. This is a signal for that. You got what I'm saying to you? And like, once you start speaking out, yeah, it changes the game, bro. Because if you don't know something, the only way to find out is to inquire. And if you're not inquiring and you stay in the unknown, then it's on you. But once you are able to say, okay, I don't know this, I don't have a clue, and then you reach out, everything changes. And I said this and I'll say it again, as a man, if you don't know something, it's on you to find out. Because I'm telling you, if you don't search, you will never get to know. Yeah, you will never know. If you go around in circles for years and years and years thinking like, when are things going to change? And I'm telling you now this for free, they will change when you change your action. That's it, and as simple as that. Yeah, no matter how many group chats you end up in, no matter how much money you lose, no matter, you feel me? Like whatever it is, yeah, it's on you to take that, to make that action and create that change. Literally. Don't stress, don't panic. Just recognize that it's on you to create the change. Yeah? If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And having said that, I'll see you again next time. Blessings.